Hey creationers, how are you? I am absolutely buzzing. I'm so excited. I have spent all day, and I say all day, I haven't at all, but I spent the last little while consciously creating the landing page for the Conscious Creation Journal. Look at the magic in that. I am so excited, and I promised that I was going to come live and share with you a little bit about the journal. Hey Elaine, how are you? So this journal has been in the works for well over a year for me. And I'll give you a little backstory. So when I first started my business, I started from a place of wanting to support people to consciously create a life that they love and deserve. Same, right now. However, my purpose and my drive came from, hey Courtney, my purpose and my drive came from a practice, a mindfulness practice that I created for myself, which was called and is still called the Mindset Pathway. Now, for those of you that don't know, your brain is full of pathways and they're called neural pathways. Now, every time you create a habit, a ritual, you experience something in your brain, a little connection is made that connects emotions and feelings and habits and responses. So you teach yourself through these experiences and through repetitive practicing how you want to behave and respond and react to things. So when, for example, heated experiences are the most powerful when it comes to creating our neural pathways and re-engaging with them. So you know how you get in a car and when you're first learning to drive, you don't know how to do it, especially manuals, holy moly. But after a while, with much practice, you can drive a car and let your mind wander somewhere else, yeah? Because your habit has been created that at 3 o'clock on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you always drive to school to collect your child. So you might be in the car in the school holidays, mind going somewhere else, and at 3 o'clock, your body will kick into, I need to go to school to collect your child. And you'll find yourself driving to the school, even though your intention was to go to the shopping center or the supermarket, you know? Easily done. The other week, I did exactly the same thing. I was so engrossed in a conversation with Max that my neural pathways kicked in the car and I started driving us home. Because ordinarily, that's what I do. I collect Max and I go home because I've already got Liam in the car. But that day I had gone without getting Liam in the car, and it's a 5-minute journey. It's not hard. But I'd gone into that neural pathway because I was so engrossed in the conversation that he was telling me. I was on autopilot. So when you come on, say hi, let me know how you're doing today. And this is why I created the Mindset Pathway, because I thought, well, I have all these neural pathways, but I'm not in control, or I haven't been up until now. What I want to start doing is actually creating a control mechanism over every single connection in my brain that says how I want to respond, how I want to feel, and how I want to be reactive to certain things, so that I can actually train myself to pause, to understand what it is that I want to be feeling, to process something new and not replicate situations in my life that end up controlling me versus me controlling my life. So I started creating the Mindset Pathway, which is a ritual that I do every single day, every morning. And I also use it as a mindset reset. So for those of you that have been in the community for a while, you might have seen that we have certain days. Yeah, we have certain days. So we have Motivation Monday, which is all about creating your motto. We have Challenge Me Tuesday, because oftentimes on Tuesdays, challenges come up. We have Mindset Reset Wednesday, which is a function of the Mindset Pathway. We have Collab and Social Share Thursday, because I want us to be thinking about working together. And then we have, Fun Day Friday. But also our valuable lessons that we've learned. So we have a Reflection Friday too, if you hadn't noticed. Then we have a Celebrate Me Saturday, and then we have an Intention Setting Sunday. They are all components of my Mindset Pathway, stretched out over the course of a week. How cool is that? If you knew, if you didn't know. We have Elaine here, we have Courtney here. Courtney is saying, haha, I've done that. I used to do morning ice hockey skates, and then I found myself some mornings driving to the rink instead of work. Excellent. It happens to everyone. Trish, I love this. Happens so much when I'm super busy. Yes, it really, really does. None of us are immune to it unless we train ourselves to become so present in the moment. Sometimes we can be, sometimes we can't be. There is something to be said for being so engrossed in something that you can go somewhere else, but trusting the process of you being able to respond and react, because your mind might be somewhere else, but your focus and attention is still very present with what you're doing. Hey, Jaya, how are you? Long time no see, my friend. So, like I said, the mindset pathway I created years ago, and I've been using it, and I offer it freely to people because I know how life-changing it is. It changed my life and my ability to be present and create the life that I wanted to live. I know that it has worked with so many of my clients because it's involved in every single one of my programs. My clients use it. Even on retreat, when we went on retreat this year, I made sure that every morning and every evening we did the mindset pathways together, the morning rituals and the new evening ritual. And this brings me to the Conscious Creation Journal, which is what I created and have been creating as a result of putting this into practice for years. And people have been asking me, can you create something bigger? Can you create something better? Can you create something that is something I can write in? And I've had so many people, I know how important this is that I bring this out, because I've had quite a lot of people chasing me down and saying, Alison, when are you making it into a journal? And I've been in the process for such a long time, but I had to get it right. Okay, I had to get it right. So this beautiful spiral bound, because that's what everyone said they wanted. And we have, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to see it and get involved in it. So, and here you have an elastic strap so that you have a way of being able to bind your pages and easily find your day. Now, this is a monthly journal, okay? I don't want you stretching yourself across 90 days or a whole year or however many, or quarters, whatever you want to be calling it, because I can encapsulate so much of that, but I want you focusing on your present and on the month ahead, because I see so many people focusing on, 5 years ahead, too far ahead. They get lost, they get overwhelmed. This is what this is not going to do for you. Hey, Anne, how are you? So on the inside, I can't tell you how gorgeous this feel is. It feels like it's silk, like it feels silky and really tactile and just gorgeous. And obviously you've got the gold foil. And then on the inside, you've got the Conscious Creation Journal. It's decadent. The whole idea is it's meant to be decadent. And then you've got a beautiful page where you can own and identify that it's your journal. Now, then you've got a couple of pages in here about using your journal and my intentions for you for the journal. And down here, I'm trying to see how I can get this way, there, this way. It's so hard to do. Here, you can access a secret vault. So I'm going to be doing videos for you to maximize your use of the journal so that you can use it in so many more creative ways, because so many people work so differently. And I really wanted to create something that you could stick stuff in, that you could create space to brainstorm stuff out so that you can use it a bit like a bullet journal as well. So there's so many different creative ways that I've used the space within these pages for you to create. And every single month, so there you go, using the journal and access the secret vault. So it breaks it down for you, but you're also going to get an online component with videos and such like. Now, as you all know, very important to have a big vision cast. So you've got to know what you're working towards if you want to create something. So this is all about helping you consciously create the life of your dreams, the business of your dreams, whatever it is that you want to be creating in your world. You can focus on different things every month, and that's the beauty of it. So listen to me, how excited I am. Big picture thinking, people. So here you go, big picture thinking. Now, you've got at the beginning, so just as a trial run before we get into your month, you can plot all of this out. So you get this extra beautiful page to just go wild in. Like you can stick stuff in it, you can create a little vision board, you can bullet journal, you can illustrate, you can use that space in a way that's really intentional for you. And then These are some prompts to get you thinking about what it is that your big picture is meaning for you. So things like, what's your purpose, and who are you, and what do you stand for, and what support do you need? We always need support. There's a big part of delegation in all of this, because we don't do anything alone. That's the whole point of community, and you'll get that from feeling in here, right? Find your tribe, find your people. Everything is so much simpler, so much easier. It's like a big warm hug. What's one little step you can take to create your big picture thinking? So it just brings everything down into bite-sized pieces that you go, oh yeah, so I can see right now where I want to be. You know, when I created the mindset pathway, and when I created the vision that I had for my life, you know, I mean, now I'm living very much what I wanted to be living 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, I made sure that I was creating and living and feeling all of the things that I wanted, that I've created now. So even in those minuscule moments when I was with Max, being able to go and take him to classes, and being able to pick him up from daycare early and things like that, all of those little moments were my little step towards living my big picture thinking. Because my big picture thinking was that I would be able to work in my coaching practice, support myself, you know, whilst he's at school, and yet I'd be able to pick him up and drop him off and go to all of his extracurricular activities, and we'd still be able to have holidays, and we'd be able to go and have fun, and I'd be able to take the weekends off at my choice, and it would be easy. And, you know, hey Tracy, and a lot of that I get to experience now. But I made sure that back then, even when it wasn't my full-time life, I was still seeking out moments where I could say, I've got it. I'm having it. This is mine. I'm already living it. And that's what this does. One step closer every single moment, every single day. So then your big picture thinking, you can plan it out over a year in every journal. You can plan it out every single month. You get to start anew. And that's what's so exciting. You don't just write this off as a one-time wonder. Oh, I love being able to say, right, where am I at? What am I going to be doing? When am I going to be doing it? How much further am I ahead? What's changed? What am I bringing forward? What am I pushing back? And I get to rewrite that every month. It's important for me. And I think it should be important for everyone to be able to say, I'm not stuck in something. I get to recreate, you know, quickly and briefly. It comes easily and naturally when you've created this habit. And then you get your monthly vision cast, because that's what's important for this month. So there's your monthly vision cast. And this is your area to get creative, to do all that vision boarding, brainstorming, nut it out, figure out where you want to be. And then you get to put it into a beautiful vision cast and set your focus for the month. Then you've got your weekly alignment intention. So, okay, you get 4 weeks, sometimes 5 in a month. What are you going to do about that? Yeah? So what are you actually going to drill down and into for those particular weeks? If anyone's got any queries or questions, shout them out, put them in the comments, let me know. I'd love to answer them for you. So then you get to say, okay, week 1, focus for this week is what? And then this is when we get into our rituals. So you've done that big vision boarding. You've brought it down from a big picture into a month, into a yearly focus, into a monthly focus, into a weekly focus. Then you get to go into the good every single day mindset pathway. Breaking down your mindset pathway into, what am I doing every morning? Quick, easy, into my daily planner. How am I going to do it? What exactly am I putting into place? Into, at the end of the day, or at the end of your business day, depending on how you want to use it, your evening ritual. Okay, so where did I start to see that all of this is coming alive for me? Where did I start to see that actually I've learned a lesson today? What challenge or experience did I have that was, you know, tricky, but I got through it? And your big picture thinking only clearer. So every single day you can touch back in on, what is that big picture vision, and how did you get clearer on it today? How did you get clearer? So important. And then you go into, what is the month? And then you start big picture into your monthly vision cast, into week 1. And now week 1, this is the beauty. Because for me, that is where I start brainstorming. I get into week 1 and I go, oh, I've got all that beautiful space. What do I want to be thinking about? What's going on in my mind? What's up in here right now that I can get down on paper? Use that page. Get it out there. And then you've got your space to actually plotted out in your weekly alignment intentions and your focus for the week. Sorry, weekly alignment intentions. And then you've got Monday. And again, nut out Monday, brainstorm, journal it out, use it as a place where you put your thoughts and your feelings. And then go through mindset pathway, daily to-do list, your daily planner. Then you've got your evening rituals for Monday. And then you've got an affirmation, something to remind you at the end of the day, remember who you are. Like, there's a different one every single day. And then Tuesday. There is so much space and so much intention, and just, it's just dreamy. Like, I can't explain how excited I am to be using one now. I've been doing this myself for such a long time, and it's just mesmerizing. And at the end, because I'm not going to leave you hanging. At the end, you have your monthly reflections, so that you've got a place to actually think about, okay, what did I do for this entire month? And you've got a whole journal here that helps you understand what you did. And then, how will next month be even better? That is where you then get to sit and go, wow. And I get goosebumps whenever I do this. I actually get goosebumps because I get so excited about, I can see the purpose in the month that I've just lived, and I've really condensed it into such an experience. And it doesn't take a lot of time. I tell you, it really doesn't, but God, it's enjoyable. And it's saying, how can I order one? On my website. I will put the link in. Courtney, you mentioned it being monthly. Is it literally a single month in the pages, or the future months there after we do 1 month at a time? Or do we need an individual journal for each individual month? So you would use 12 journals over a year if you wanted to keep the practices and the processes going. Hey Beck, how are you doing? Woohoo! I missed it. Better watch back. Yeah. You better watch back. So here is the link. I'm going to try and pop it in. AlisonCallan.com. Believe it or not, journal. So hopefully that brings that up for you. That is the link. So that is the link. And it's a process like nothing else I've ever done. It's worked for me for years. I absolutely love it. When the ladies came back from retreat, they all, because I gave them retreat booklets, and I had morning rituals and I had the evening rituals, and we went through the processes, everyone was like, how can I get my hands on those processes so that I can do them every single day? Because they made such a difference. They saw the impact, they felt the impact. It changes things. It really does change things. Hey Trish. And I absolutely, I wouldn't put so much time and energy and effort. I tried this journal in so many different ways. I tried to do it as a yearly one. I tried to do it as a quarterly one because I love quarterly vision casting. But I just couldn't get the essence of the rituals into it in any way that was going to be beneficial in more than a monthly journal. So I had to get my head around that it could be monthly. And I really think it's a good size for a month to be able to put in your bag. It's not excessive, and it doesn't feel too weighty. It's something that you can easily get into, open it up, and get planning. And I think it's something that you'll want to carry around with you because it's beautiful, it's tactile, it's easy to open, it's easy to get to the right pages with your elastic, and it holds so much of who you are in it. And it's not just a journal to get things out of you, it's a journal to get things out, to understand yourself better, and to plan and consciously create. This is a huge component of conscious creation in terms of identifying who you are and what you want and where you're going and how you're going to get there. And it really does give you that system to lay it all out so that you can achieve so much of what you want and understand what you're experiencing in order to get there. You know, the skills and the resources through all the challenges and the experiences that you have really do propel you forwards, even though when you're in the thick of it, it feels like it's holding you back. The journal is designed to help you understand and better process these things, so that you keep your vibrations high and you keep yourself in alignment with what it is that you want. Because it's so easy to get sucked in and demotivated. And I don't want that for people. I want them to be able to go, actually, I have a process, I have a system, I can do this for myself, and I can rely on this to get me those practices, to get me to understand them. And half the time, they take such a small amount of time when you get into that zone. But up until then, there's still all of that beautiful content for you to enjoy planning and enjoy going through those processes. So that's the journal. If you want a copy, it is on my website at www.alissoncallan.com/journal. You get a little bit of a lead landing page in there, excuse me, which tells you more about the journal and the processes and things. But I couldn't encapsulate everything that I've said in this video and every page that I've showed you like I could on the landing page. I think I've done a better job in here, to be honest. So you've seen it all. You've seen the system. You've seen the processes. And I've been using this for a really long time and I love it. So hopefully you will love it too. I would love for you to grab a copy, play with it for a month, see how you feel. When the orders come in, I've got one batch ready to go. So when the orders come in, I will start sending them out, and I will let you know now, Ozpost is not the quickest. So you won't get them immediately, but you will definitely get your journal. I think they normally take, depending on where you are in the world, 7 days to get to you. So in 7 days, that beauty could be in your hand and ready to go. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I can always answer them if I haven't answered everything that you need right now. If you want to send me an email, send me a voice note, however you want to ask questions, let me know. But if you've got anything that you need, let me know. Trish, love it. Hopefully it will encourage me to start cooking dinner some nights and give my partner a break. You never know. You never know. It hasn't done that for me yet, I have to be honest. But that's because my cooking is still not as good as my husband's. He's way better. And he's a lot more creative in the kitchen than I am. It's not what my skill set is. But I tell you what it has taught me is that it's okay to delegate that. But it's entirely what you want to create, Trish. So I'll leave that one with you. All right. Okay, I'm going to go because I do have 2 little boys who need collecting, and I am going to be so tuned in to the fact that I am going to school and then daycare and then home. But thank you so much for going on this journey with me. And, you know, if so many of you in this community, creationists, hadn't been asking for this, I don't know that it ever would have happened. Not that I wouldn't have wanted it to, but it was so encouraging, you know, creating this and taking such a long time to do it, knowing that there were so many people that wanted it and there were so many people that needed it. And just like I had needed it, and I didn't know how to create that. So your faith and you're using the mindset pathway so much and giving me such wonderful feedback has made this possible. You know, it has made me spend so much time creating this for you and really putting my heart and soul into it to make it as good as it possibly can be. And anytime you use this, let me know what you would like to make it better, because, you know, I see this evolving and growing with more people using it and more people seeing the shifts and seeing the changes, and it will just continue to expand and evolve your experience of this existence. And that's what I want for you. I want you to love it, to use it, to expand and start creating what you want in this world, because none of us are immune to conscious creation. We do it all the time. We're just not tapping into it in such a profound way that we feel deserving and worthy and powerful enough to have what we want and to make it a reality, or to even admit what we really, really want. So this is full of high vibes and frequencies that will get you to that space. All right. I'm going to go and get my boys and give them the biggest cuddle because I'm so excited. So thank you all so much for all of your patience, faith and commitment to using that pathway and giving me your feedback, because without that, I would never have known what an impact it had for other people as well. So I'm so grateful to you. Oh, Have the most amazing day, and I will see you all later. Lots and lots of love. Bye, guys.